Now I showed you this gap in the last tape right there. That was caused from this cable that ran across there, and I caulked the cable in. Anyway, that crack is caulked in, so you see it's white. And I want to show you what you can do with caulk. Now right down here, I had a problem under this little box here. So I caulked that in. And as you can see, you want to caulk it in to where it flows right in there. And then I've caulked up in here. There was a little spot up there. And caulk is also great for, what do they call those things? Wood knots, I guess you could say. Now over here, there's another wood knot. But this is that big rip in the wood knot rip in the wood. Now what I've done is I've used the caulk, and then once you get good enough, you can feather it out to where it's kind of like a really wet clay. And it takes a while to do, but once you get it, it's real easy. Then of course I want to show you something else. With the caulk, see this? I put caulk in there. Now you don't have to do that. Or you can put it in here, anywhere you want to put it. Or up here, right around here, or the tops here. What it'll do is it'll make this all look like one piece. And see what I've done down here? Down on the bottom here, if you look on this side and this side, you'll see where this bracket is caulked in. Now on the other side, I left that knot there so you can see that big black gap right there. And you can see how well it'll really make it look. There's a million things you can do with caulk if you just practice. It lasts about 50 years. It's very malleable. It has certain properties. It's all water-based. And once you learn to put it on and you hit that sweet spot, and you get all your gaps here. See, all these are caulked in. These weren't just like that. All the this window, old window, I didn't get these too good. This will all be retrimmed. It'll be perfect when I get done. But caulk is an amazing thing that you can use. And also, if you get good at caulking, you will get good at using the gun. And you can see, like right here. See, I could use it here or right here. Now, as a layman, if you were walking up and looking at the house, you go, my God, it just looks like it's such a nice job. When I get done, you can use it right there, up in here. The thing is that I caulked everything in. Last time I painted this, I caulked in this right here, all the way around there. Now, if you want to take the caulk off, all you got to do is get your painter's knife out and cut all the way around it. And it'll pop right off, just like rubber. That's how we get it off. But in the meantime, if you caulk in all your surfaces, and generally painters will not do this. There should be soffit on here. But I'm not going to put soffit on here, so and it's an experiment for me to do my work, my art. It's art to me, so I don't care how long it takes. But if you are to caulk in every joint, and you can see how well it'll turn out, then what happens is there'll be no bugs or no spider webs. There'll be nothing here forever. Because if they can't find a little crack or a little space to hide in, then they won't use it. And that's just amazing. See, that's caulked in right there. All this could be caulked in. This area right here, just to make it look better. I mean, that's all it does, is make it look better. And it keeps heat out, heat in, cold air in, and it keeps the bugs out, because the bugs will find any way in the world to get in your house. So if you have a cold window, a draft, go outside and check the caulking. It only costs you $5 and $10 for a gun, and a good video by someone who knows what the hell they're doing, and a little bit of practice. And anyone can do it. Like I said, this video is for my son, and hell, who knows, it's 2010. Maybe they'll be watching this in 2050 when I'm long gone. But this is what you can do when you paint a house. I took my time. We use where's that paint at? Oh, right here. We use duration, $60 a gallon. As long as you're going to spend all this time painting, you might as well put on the best. So I hope that helps some people learn how to caulk a little better. I wish I would have seen this video when I was starting, because I had no idea. There are many very good painters, but they absolutely suck at teaching. Totally bad. There's my numbers. And these doors turned out really nice. It took me a long time to do them, many hours. But I've got a little bit of touch-up to do on them, on the purple. And there's always touch-up. But you can see, like right here, up in here, you see where it's dark? This could be caulked. Up in here could be caulked. Over here could be caulked. These were caulked the last time I painted. Around here and around right here. You can see how it all blends in. And that just makes things blend in and look better. Yeah, I can do it up here. So there's many things you can do with caulk. It's a very good medium to seal up your house, and it makes your house look better. It looks like it's dipped in paint. And you can see right here, this is the wood they put on in 1967. These 4 or 5 pieces. Okay, look at this, 1967. Look how much that's warped or moved. That's when they had real wood, not that crap shit cardboard they got today. And see this line going up here? See how it's open right there? Bugs can get in there. And I can caulk that too, just like I caulked the top. See, I just did so much on this because it was the middle of winter and it was cold. So I didn't do all of it. And you can caulk around here. You can't caulk around these. Well, you can, but you gotta be really good. Anyway, you don't want to do that. And the one thing you cannot caulk, I want to make this perfectly clear. Okay, with trim, you're always going to have countersunk nail holes where the builder has put the nails in. Okay, and I use nails like this but they use a gun. And we countersink them 1/8 of an inch, and then we use wood putty. The reason we use wood putty on these is because these are all going to be white and nice and smooth, or whatever color, white, and caulk will shrink into the hole. That's why we use wood putty on all trim. But around the outsides, we use caulk. So now you've learned a little bit more about caulk. Now you see where I've caulked this in? This is a good example. And then I'll get off. But this piece of wood came down. I caulked this in last year. You can see where the caulk is. I got a little bit more to do on that. But you see how nice, and it looks kind of smooth. But it looks like the piece of wood is growing out of the ceiling. But then you come over to the other side, which I did not get. And you can see where it's got this big gap. And spiders crawl through there, and all kinds of creatures and things like that. Now with a gap that large, what I do is I make a spider web of caulk on the first pass. I make a lattice in there. Okay? And then I let it dry for a day, and I'll come back and I'll cover that lattice with more caulk. That way it's got a bridge kind of a deal. But I hope you learn more about caulking, because anyway, I hope my son learns. I really enjoy doing it, but my wife hates everything I do. She hates my bikes. She hates my painting. She hates my work. She hates everything. So sometimes over the years, it gets hard. All right, signing off.